Hi everyone, it's Kai from Richie BeautyTube. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for watching. I do videos about green beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. So today we're going to be talking about the only brushes you need to look fabulous. Now I have a lot of brushes because I'm a professional makeup artist, and I also have a lot of personal brushes, but I'm going to kind of give you like the rundown of the main base things that you like and maybe the type of products that I have been using and liking recently. So if you'd like to see what brushes and tools you need to look fabulous, just keep watching. So the first thing you're going to need is a powder brush. I have tons of them. This is only a smidget of what I have, but I want to kind of show you what kind of brush to get depending on what you're looking for. So I would say a brush like this that's kind of like flat and round like this would be my top pick for a type of brush to get, because not only can you powder your face to get rid of oil, but because of the sleek edges, you can like contour your face. You can even use the flat part to add blush. So this is a really good multi-purpose brush. I have several of these in my kit. This one is from Stila Cosmetics, but this is a really old one from years and years ago when they used blue squirrel. I think it's goat hair now. But there are also other vegan options if you prefer something like that. You're just looking mainly for the shape. MAC also makes brushes like this in a white, and that one works just as well. If you are looking for more of like a sheer application of powder, you could use a brush like this. This one is the powder brush from Beauty Counter. It's also super pretty. But with this brush, you just swirl your powder in, tap off a little excess, and then you can just swipe and get like a sheer application. If you're a person that likes to have a little bit of glow show through, or if your powder is full coverage and you want it to be sheer, this is a great option. And then you can't really contour as hard as with the other one, but if you're just looking to like bronze all over your face, or maybe just tap the apples of the cheek, you could probably get away with that with this powder brush as well. This one is the same concept as this guy, as far as you could really use it for contour, for bronzer, for highlight, and things like that, as well as powder. This one is from Makeup Forever. It's the 128 Straight and Wavy. I believe this brush is vegan, so if you are concerned about that, then this is a great option. I think their whole line of pro brushes is vegan. This brush is going to give you way more product though. So if you want a little more hardcore of a makeup look, or you want to pack on more powder or have a more extensive powder contour, then I would use this brush. This is one of my newer ones to my collection, and I really like it. So the next brush is some sort of buffing brush. This one is the Face Buffer brush from Makeup Geek. Looks like this. This is a really good brush to go over your makeup. So like when you're done with your makeup, you can buff like in the crevices and things like that. If anything's settling, it'll pull the product out, so it's a very good finisher brush. I also like these type of brushes, like a dense brush like this, for mineral makeup. I wear a lot of mineral powder makeup during the week, and it's just really easy to twirl your swirl on your face and give you more of a flawless finish than using like just like a regular powder brush. So this is really good for that. This one also is cruelty free. So this brush might not be an essential to everyone, but it definitely is to me, and that is a highlighting brush. I highlight my face every single day, even if I don't contour or do a full face of makeup. I always wear highlighter. I just feel like it gives you a nice glow. And for powder highlighter, my favorite is this brush. You can see the shape of it is kind of like a skinny round taper. This one is from Sigma. It's the F35. I bought this for my personal use and I liked it so much that I put it in my kit. I'm also a big fan of fan brushes, which I also have in my kit, but this is definitely a favorite. You can also use this brush not only to do powder highlight, but you can use it for powder as well. Like if you need to get like right under your eyes and the crevices of your nose, you can really get in there with this brush, and it's going to give you like a light to medium application. So it doesn't matter how great your face looks if your brows are all jacked up. So makeup essential is to have a nice brow brush. If you get one good one, you could probably use that over and over for personal use. For pro, we obviously have several. I have different brands, but this one is probably my favorite. This is a defining brush, and this is by Echo Brow. I really like this one because it's like nice and stiff, so I can use it to do a precise powder, but I could also use it for pomade. And then this is a really good spoolie. It's just really good to kind of brush and separate the hairs. I like to do that before I apply the product and then after kind of blend it in, and it just keeps your brows looking a little more groomed. Even if you're not like a hardcore girl who doesn't use pomades and stuff like that, you can use this with powder or just put your brow gel in and just kind of edge it up with the angled part and then brush through. So this is a must-have. Next is some sort of foundation brush. Unless you are exclusively a mineral person, then you can use the Makeup Geek brush. If you use any type of liquids, you need some sort of foundation product. My number one recommendation is to just get a beauty blender. This is the Beauty Blender Pro. I think this one is dry, but it kind of blows up to twice the size when it sits wet. The great thing about the Beauty Blender, it gives you like a beautiful sheer application of foundation. So if you have a foundation that's kind of full coverage and you want it to be a little bit less coverage, you can use the Beauty Blender, and you just want to wet this really good and then wring all the water out and then pounce the little round part on your face. That's kind of how you apply it. I use a little point around my eyes, but this is a great tool. You can not only use this for liquid foundation, you can use this to apply powder. I used it to put powder under my eyes and on my nose, on my chin today. I also use this for cream highlighter. This is like my number one tool for a cream highlighter. I don't even think I use anything else actually except for a Beauty Blender. It just diffuses the cream highlight so nicely and makes it look so natural. I have a cream highlight on right now. I have on the RMS Beauty Master Mixer, and I used this to apply it, and I just think it looks really good. It looks very fresh and glowy. So you can use it for highlight, you can use it for powder, you can use it for foundation. I even use this for cream blush on my clients. So my trick is to kind of take any random brush, usually some sort of synthetic brush, and then just tap the blush on, and then I'll pounce it in with the Beauty Blender, and it gives it the most beautiful radiant flush. So this is a must-have. You can do so much stuff with this. This is great. I also really like the Real Technique sponge, so you could also do that as an option. So going along with foundation, you could also do a foundation brush. This is the contour brush from Real Techniques. So apparently it's for contour, but it's a fabulous foundation brush. There's lots of different foundation brushes. I love every single foundation brush that Tarte makes, so you could definitely check those out as well. This Real Technique one is really great though because of the density and the size. You can really work it into any size face and it fits like in tight spaces. So I really like this for any type of liquid foundation. Okay, so you need color, right? Like we talked about bronzer and contour and stuff like that, but you should wear blush too, just to give your skin a little color, a little glow. So I have a couple of blush brushes that I like. I'll talk about one shape and then the other. So I like kind of like a medium domed shape. Both of these have that. This is just like a good generic blush brush, but they're not all created equal in this category, where sometimes you can play around with some things. I find that only certain ones have worked really well as far as distributing the color evenly. These are my two favorites. This one's from Haku Hodu, which is a Japanese pro makeup company. It's pretty pricey, but I've had it for years and nothing has happened to it. Still works, still diffuses product perfectly. So definitely worth the money. And then the other one that I really love is the MAC 129. I've had this also for many, many years and it never lets me down. I have several of these. If you're looking for one brush for life, I would go with the Haku Hodu because it does last longer than the MAC, but the MAC still lasts for a long time. This probably lasts you like maybe forever. This one will still last you like 5, 6, 7 years. So they're both really good if you like just like a generic shape that you can either do like the apples or just pull it up a little bit. This is a great brush. My other favorite shape is like an angled brush. It's kind of glowing because of the lighting. But this is the MAC 160, I believe. I absolutely love this brush. I use this for blush. I use it for bronzer sometimes. If I'm in a hurry and my highlight brush is dirty, I'll use it for highlight. It works good for powder highlight too. It's just a very good versatile brush. This is going to give you more angles, so if you're a person that likes your blush to be a little more cut up than just like a generic application, this is the brush for you. These, again, not all created equal. I love the MAC one. I think it's my favorite. I even like it better than the Haku Hodu one. I just love the way that they made it, but it's not the same as I've seen. I've tried cheaper ones, like I tried like the Morphe and a couple of other ones, and I didn't like them as well at all. There's something about this one and the material that just grabs the product perfectly. So I highly recommend this if you like an angled blush. And the last two brushes are eye brushes. I picked two kind of generic shapes that I feel like you could pretty much do any eye look with. So the first one is this shape. It's kind of like a taper and it's a little bit rounded at the top. There are some like MAC has like a infamous brush that's like flat at the top, and you could do that too. I like them with a slight taper. This one's from Bdellium Tools from their classic pink collection that they had a few years ago. I have a million of these, but this is great because you can use it to blend out any of your makeup. If you want a blown out crease and you don't want it to be like, you know, like a super crisp line, you want it to be more of like a smoldering or blended eye, you can use this as your crease brush. You can use it to blend. So you can even use the flat side of it to pack on products on your lid. So it's a very, very versatile brush. The one from Bdellium Tools, like I said, I really like. I also really like the MAC one. I can't think of the name of it. Is it 168? You guys tell me, you know which one it is. The MAC one is good. I have them from different brands though. I think Sigma makes some. There's a lot of brands that have like this type of shape. Sephora brand has one, so you could find them anywhere. This one just happens to be one of my favorites, but they're very readily available. The other one is more of like a smaller taper compared to this one. So it's like a little more dense here and then a little more wiggly at the top. This one is from Beauty Counter and I really, really like this one because it's so wiggly at the top but firm at the bottom. You can really like angle out your eyeshadow. So I have several of these in my kit. So you can do like the corner. You can also do like if you want a sharper crease, you could do the crease with this. You can do the inner corner highlight with this too because of the material of this brush. So I really like this. I have different kinds in different brands of brushes that are shaped like this, but something about the Beauty Counter one is like the stiff to loose ratio really does it for me. So this is probably my favorite one. I also like how small it is on the bottom. So if you're a makeup artist, you know that like it's the more like wrist action and flick action you have, you know, the softer and more smoked out you can do an eye. And so I like the shape of this for that as well. So that's it. Those are all the brushes you need to be completely fab. And I can always do an in-depth if you're looking for more of like a makeup artist kit or something like that. So leave your comments below and let me know if you're interested in doing like more an advanced kit or a makeup artist kit, but these are all the basics. Like if I had these, I could do pretty much any look. So I hope that that was really helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye.